All right, hi, welcome to another video in the Ad Talk series. In this series, we look at popular Indian advertisements and I share my reaction to them by talking about the service being provided, the story being told, and the strategy adopted. So let's watch today's ad.
चलो फटाफट नेक्स्ट नाम बोलो
బాలమురుగన్ నాగరాజన్ పుల్లిరాజు పుట్టమురుగన్ చించులు గప్ప చిన్న మురుగన్ బాలస్వామి శేఖరన్ పుట్టవర్తి లోకకల్లు తుమ్మల లవంగం సర్వపల్లి వెంకట చిన్న ప్రసాద్ రాజా కులశేఖర మంగళం కీటి కీటి దేవా
और मिस्टर बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट पे बेबी का नाम लिखो।
बाला इतना स्मूथ वेल्लुपुरम मंगलपल्ली
सेलो बटरफ्लो इतना स्मूथ लिखे सनसनन साइन.
Okay, so this is an advertisement of a product I've actually used. When I was a student at college, I had this very same pen, and I remember using it for the first time and realizing that it's quite smooth and it flows really well, which is what the product is trying to sell. Now, Cello is a small pen and stationery company. They sell pens, and these pens are really popular in India. I've been using them for a really long time. So in terms of the story being told in this advertisement, it's basically about a person from the southern part of India, and he goes to an office, and the person in the office asks him his name. I think it's for some registration or some document of that sort. And then he goes off on this long sort of name, and he just keeps saying his name, and it never ends. And then we go back to a flashback. Like years ago, his father was at the hospital, and then the nurse came to him and asked his father, like, what do you want to name the child? And she gave him a piece of paper and this cello butterfly pen. Now he started writing with it, and he thought of the first name, like the first word, and then he liked writing with it so much that he kept writing and writing and writing. So that's what they're trying to communicate with this product, is that this is a product or a pen that you'd want to use a lot, and that's why you should buy it. So really, really powerful story. In terms of the strategy being adopted, firstly, the product placement at the end. I think just showing an image of the product. Not a lot of ads do this, but I think it's quite effective for me as a viewer. The tagline, "Itna smooth likhe, san sana sai sai." I don't know what that last part means, but it basically means that it's quite smooth. And again, a lot of ads follow this English sort of branding strategy, which you will see quite commonly these days. The audio and the placement, it's a short ad, which I think is one of the criteria, as I realize, because on a day-to-day basis, whether it's OTT or our social media or films or television, we watch maybe 20 ads, a day, and we're not really paying attention because it's not a high priority thing to get convinced by an advertiser and spend money on their product. But when we do get convinced or pay attention to something, it should be for something that gives us some sort of joy. Maybe it should talk about something funny, something emotional, something important, which I think the Amul ads do really well, something important contextually. So yeah, that's what this ad does really well. It makes me laugh. And if I had to buy a pen and I go to a stationery someday, I look at this particular product and I'll be like, yeah, why don't I give it a try and actually buy it? Because they made me laugh.